Fire! Fire! Alright, fire is going to be included in the next step, and that's going to be after we make sure your edges are in line. You want to go ahead and look at your base. What have you been doing the last few days? Look at this one. This is after one day in Chile, Valle Nevado. Mr. Kurt Hoy getting a little crazy. But you can see what we're talking about here, all these base damages that we have to repair in order to go out there. The way I know whether I need to repair a scratch or a digger on my base is I just use my hand and I rub it from tip to tail, and anything that really stops me, like right there, all those little things are going to act like brakes. You can see all the little pieces of polyethylene sticking up. Not good, no bueno. All these things are going to act like rudders and pull you one way or the other, slow you down. It's not good. So we're going to talk about base repairs right here, right now. Pull back a little bit. Alright, so here's the deal. Once you've scraped off all these curlicues, now we need to fill these in with something. The thing that you have to look at is how deep are my gouges. You can see this gouge, not so bad. Pretty deep, definitely something that we want to fill in. If you look at this gouge, this is the problem guy. You can see some white going on in there. That's actually the fiberglass. That's going all the way down to the core of your board. If you leave that like that is, all the snow is going to melt, get actually up underneath your base, and create some really bad problems, what we call delamination of all the layers that your board is made of. The water gets in there, decreases and gets rid of and destroys the epoxy layers and totally breaks your board. We'll talk about that one a little later. One of the ones that you can fix is just ones that don't go all the way down to your core. How you're going to do that is take your metal scraper, lay it right on your board, and you're going to grab some P-Tex candles. The base of your board is made out of ultra-high molecular weight plastic, basically. We call it P-Tex. That's what these things are made out of. You can find them at any ski or snowboard shop. Go on in and ask them. I'm going to use black, obviously. Take my lighter, we talked about the fire, and I'm going to go ahead and be very, very, very careful and light the tip of this. I'm going to hold it just like a pencil. And this is going to take a little while to start dripping. And once it starts dripping, that's when you have to be extra careful, because it turns into liquid hot magma. You can see it starting to catch fire there. Now you can put your lighter away. Once this P-Tex starts dripping, just like that, now you're ready to work with it. I'm carrying around this plastic metal scraper with me, like so, and you can just go ahead and fill in your canyon, your crevice, however deep you've got to go. You can see once it drips on, it goes ahead and cools and solidifies pretty quickly. Unfortunately, if it drips onto your skin, it doesn't work the same way. It stays there and burns all the way through your skin, through all the layers. So you can see I filled that one in pretty well. Now I'm going to go over to our core shot. I'm also going to fill this one in. The problem with the core shot is this P-Tex is designed to adhere to itself. So what this thing wants to do is it wants to melt, and when it touches something, it wants it to be the P-Tex. That's when it bonds the best. When it's dripping all the way down to the fiberglass, we're just not getting a really good hold. So this is just a quick fix. What you really need to do with core shots is, unfortunately, you got to bring them into your snowboard shop. They have some special tools that they basically weld your base back together, and it'll keep it just as good as new. But this is a nice quick fix. This will last a day or so. But what we're really trying to avoid is getting any water into those areas. Once you've filled in your areas, I know we have a lot more work to do, but I just want to show you these two areas. What you're going to do is be very careful. Blow out your P-Tex candle. Don't breathe in that smoke. Keep it away from you. Leave it there for it to cool, and you're good to go. We'll come back, we'll let this dry up, we'll let this harden up, and we'll come right back to it for the next step.